This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C. Media.
Because of you, because of you.
Shalom, shalom, family, peace and blessings.
Because of you, it's all because of you. Because of you, yeah. I'm an overcomer, teach my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Because of you, I was able to change my life. I was blind, but I knew I wasn't living right. Because of you, I ain't lose my mind. I could've lost it all, you saved me from the fall. Flaws and all, you just want me to play my part. Love you and trust you, why is that so hard? For no one above you, there's only one God I serve. Turned away from your ways, I had some nerve. Look at how far I came. I can't reverse. Could've been in a hearse, or it could've been worse. Yeah. Eternal life is the goal. Fear the one who can't kill your soul. In this faith, I'm standing 10 toes, and it's because of you. It's because of you. You saved me from the rain.
But I survived.
Heal me from the pain.
Everything I went through.
Cleanse me from my
thank
ways. To warm my fingers to fight. Because of you, I was able to change my life. I was blind, but I knew I wasn't living right. Because of you, I ain't lose my mind. I could've lost it all. You saved me from the fall. Flaws and all. You just want me to play my part. Love you and trust you. Why is that so hard? For no one above you. There's only one God, and that's facts. When I was in the world, I made a lot of mistakes.
Yes. Shalom, family. Shalom, peace and blessings. That was Yana. I hope I'm saying it right. With Overcomer. Streaming everywhere, man. Beautiful song. But how's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? Y'all know how I do it every week. I need them qualms in the chat if I'm coming in nice and clear. I need them qualms in the chat. Such a blessing to be here with you guys today. Matter of fact, it's such a blessing to be alive, man. Let's clap it up for the Most High, man. Let's clap that up for the Most High. I gotta clap that up for the Most High, first and foremost. It's such a blessing to be alive. I mean, listen. We could have been on the other side, but the Most High got it that we still here. So, praise the Most High. Thank you guys for putting them qualms in the chat. I really appreciate it. And do me a favor as well, family. Please hit that like button. Drive the traffic. Yes, share this content as well too. Let people know that we're live and we're going in tonight, right? We're going in. We definitely going in, man. I know y'all see the title, The Future for Our Children. Listen, man, these sickos really got a future plan for our children, but the Most High has another plan. So there's nothing that they could do to stand against it. The only thing that we have to do is to make sure that we're on the right side and to ensure that not just us, but our children is also on the right side too. Because listen, man, what they got planned for our children and for us in this coming future, but right now they are putting it in front of us. But we're gonna listen. It's our job to get around it and to expose it, so that way more of us could be aware of what's going on. But once again, shalom, peace and blessings. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. If this is your first time watching this content, please subscribe. You're really helping the channel by doing that. And to all my returning subscribers, shalom, and returning viewers. We're gonna get the show started. I see you guys are in here, man. Like I said, what a blessing to be alive, man. Such a beautiful thing to be alive, man, in the land of the living, man. You can't beat that. But we definitely it's pushing forward, man. I feel I'll say this every week, but the weeks are just coming faster and faster. Can y'all believe that next week? Yes, next week will be 7 weeks from when we celebrated the Passover. I don't know if anybody find that, amazing, or strikingly odd, how fast it came. But 7 weeks ago, next week, 7 weeks ago, we were at the Passover, and now we're getting ready to bring in the Feast of First Fruits, or what the New Testament called the Feast of Pentecost, right? And it's gonna be such a great time, a great feast day. I'm actually excited for this feast day because I'm still on that spiritual high from Passover. I don't know about y'all, but let me know if y'all still on that spiritual high from Passover, because that last Passover was up there in the books. You know what I'm saying? As far as great Passovers. But they all great nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? But you know, if you wasn't there, make sure you're there next year, most high willing, right? But like I said, man, shalom, peace and blessings. I know y'all see the title, man. Yeah, I know y'all see the title. The future for our children. And I know you guys seen the thumbnail as well too. So, you know, y'all already know the the type of vibe that we're going to be on tonight. What we're going to be talking about, we're going to be touching on. I definitely want to touch on a lot of things that you know, maybe some of us we overlook or we don't pay too much attention to. But what I've been realizing is that so much things that are just being placed in our face is being put in our face, and we have no choice. It's like they're forcing us. It's like they're giving us no choice but to force us to accept an alternative lifestyle. I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna speak as to why I'm saying what I'm saying, because it's marketing and it's a scheme, and I'm telling you. I don't want to say too much, but how's everybody doing, man? I really hope everybody is doing well. I really hope that everybody's having a great week, you know, despite whatever may have happened at work, at school, on the road. You know, I'm hoping that a lot of you guys are in the comfort in your home watching this, or if y'all on the road watching this, hopefully this brings you some joy and some comfort as we, you know, delve into this topic, right? So we're gonna get right into it, man. Like, but continue to drive those likes up, continue to share it, continue to let people know that I'm on, right? And I really want this to be a conversation. You know, towards the end, I'll open up the lines, and I want to hear your take. I want to hear your take as to, you know, this conversation, right? Because this is a conversation that we definitely need to have, especially for those who have young children and who are growing or who are raising children in this society. It's tough. It's really hard, you know, because granted, some of us work full-time jobs. Some of us work two to three jobs and raising children at the same time. And it's like a balancing act to try to balance work and home. And on top of that, you know, they have us working all these hours. Some of us, you know, those of us who still have to work a 9 to 5, you know, we have to work all these hours. And then after exhausting all of our energy, now we have to come home and to tend to children, especially if you have young children in their impressionable ages. And I want to talk about that as well, too. The impressionable age of children and why our presence in their life is so important, right? We have to talk about that. We have to understand and to understand, we have to understand that we can't just give them the tablet and have them sit down somewhere. It seems like it's the easiest choice, it's the easiest route when we have so much things on our plate. But we have to, as best as we can, interact with our children. We have to, as best as we can, speak to our children, have conversations with them. We may think, some of us may think like, yo, you know, they're so young, they're so small, they're not going to understand what I'm talking about. But you never know. You don't know how much or how much of the conversation that you're having with them is actually they're retaining in their mind. Right? Because as they get older, they're going to remember, yo, I do remember my dad saying that to me. Yo, I do remember my mom showing me this. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that we have these conversations or have conversations, period, with our children. And I'm going to tell you the reason. I'm going to tell you what really sparked this discussion tonight. Right? And this is how I knew this. Like, once I seen what I seen earlier this week, I was like, yo, this is really diabolical, right? What the powers that be have done to this earth at this point in time. It's diabolical. It is diabolical. So how am I gonna start this conversation? It's never an easy conversation, right? Matter of fact, I don't even know if I want to start there because I want to talk about so much. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start as to where how this conversation came to be. Right? Always, first of all, me, at work, looking around. I'm looking at the generations under me, right? As far as the adolescents or teenagers or even probably young adults. And I observe how these young adults operate in public, especially the children, like the school age kids from, I would say, as early as elementary school to about high school, right? How they get on the bus, and there's almost like the level of respect for the elders or for the elderly is non-existent, like literally non-existent. There'll be a group of kids waiting to get on the bus, and there'll be some adults there. I literally watched kids, undermine or not even pay attention to the elderly or those who are older than them. They skip the line, they push them, and it's like they have no respect to at least allow the people of age to board the bus first. That's just one thing when it comes to respecting the elders, right? Then when they get on the bus, when they board the bus, right? The language. And I'm talking about these children look like babies. The way they speak in front of adults. I'm like, yo, this is insane. Cause all of us growing up, we had our moments where we were with our friends, and we didn't say things that we would usually say around our parents. Like a lot of us grew up in households where we would get backhand if we said certain words, right? And we'd be looking at our parents like, yo, that's not even a curse, but they didn't want to hear it, right? So now these new kids, like, they just get on the bus and they just cursing up a storm. I'm talking about words that's like unseemly, even for little girls, like crazy. So me seeing that on a constant basis, and I'm realizing that there's a disconnect with the newer generation that's coming up as far as having a level of respect for elders. That's, like I said, that's almost non-existent. So now the question is, where is this coming from? I know it's not being taught to these children at home. I doubt these parents are teaching their children to be disrespectful in public. That I don't believe that. And the thing is, I don't want to believe that. Right? But then when I see how they operate in the public, I'm like, yo, and I sit back and I think, I'm like, yo, was that this crazy when I was coming up? I mean, because, we all had our issues coming up as children. But like, I remember having a level of respect for adults, for authority. Certain curse words or certain curses you wouldn't say in front of an adult. Certain conversations you wouldn't have openly in public. Because you had a level of fear for the adults that were around you. I'm telling y'all right now, these new kids, they don't care. They don't have no fear. It's like they don't have no conscience. What has happened to this world? This is why I said, yo, is this the future that we're going to give to our kids, our children? I'm going to show you. I'm going to talk about it too. So that was one thing that I seen this week, right? Another thing that I seen this week when I was like, nah, this definitely have to be a conversation, because like, what? So I'm in the bank this week. I think this was yesterday, Wednesday. I think Wednesday or Tuesday. I had to go to the bank because I had to make a transaction, right? Bear with me, y'all. So I'm in the bank. I'm waiting in line because I had to deposit a check. So I'm standing in line, and there was like a couple of tellers there. And then I'm standing straight, but through my peripheral, I see something unseemly with one of the tellers. Okay? Unseemly. In my peripheral, that's a man that I'm looking at. It's a brother, full beard, right? Tall brother, heavy, heavy built. And then through my peripheral, and I'm listening, I hear, when people was typing here, click, tick, tack, tick, tick, tack, tick, tack, tick, tack, tick, tack. And I'm like, yo, hold on, that don't even make sense. Like, y'all know where I'm getting at. The brother is typing, and I hear tick, tick, tack with his nails, tick, tack, tick, tick, tack, tick, 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 tack, tack. So then I was like, I know my ears and my hearing is not deceiving me. So through my peripheral, I'm looking, and I look, and I say, okay, it's a brother that I'm looking at. Then I look at his fingernails. The brother had the longest fingernails with with rhinestones and all type of stuff on it. I'm like, yo, what? I was like, yo, nah, this is not happening right now. And just my luck, he looks up and says, next, please. So I'm next. So in my mind, I'm saying, Hazak, yo, just be cool. You know what I'm saying? And this is when I realize what their agenda is actually working on the population. Because I have to tell myself to be cool. This is normal. This is the way life is now. And then I caught myself. I'm like, yo, this is not even normal. Like, what do you mean calm down? But in my head, I'm like, yo, I need to get this transaction done. I can't cause a scene. So then I go up to the teller and I look at him. He looks at me and say, how you doing, sir? But he had his voice wasn't like mine, like a deep voice, a man voice. It was a deep man voice, but like feminine undertones. Hey, hi, how you doing, sir? I'm like this. All right. I'm like, hey, all right, man, what's going on? How's everything? I'm trying to talk as manly as I can, because I'm a man. So he's like, what brings you here today? I'm like, yeah, I need to deposit this check, whatever the case is. All right, I'll help you out, no problem. So he's like, let me get your ID. And then I had to slide my ID, but he's reaching with the nails, and he's reaching, and then he's just typing. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I feel myself feeling very uneasy. And all of the other tellers, of course, they were women. They had no problem. They was just regular, just like nothing to see here. But me, I'm looking at like, yo, nobody sees something strange going on. So whatever. So he's going, whatever, he's helping me with my transaction. Then I look at his name tag, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Let me know if y'all ready to y'all ready for this. I look at his name tag. I think his name was something like Terry, but under his name tag, bro, it had all his pronouns. And I'm not lying to y'all. His pronouns were he, him, her, they. His pronouns under his name was he /him /her /they. So he's all of those. I'm he, him, her, they. Because I'm pretty sure he understands he's he, her. I can't even say it fast. He's he, her. Because the whole nails situation. So I was like, yo, I got to hurry up and get out of here. And then, but as he's doing my transaction, I'm like, this this is exactly what they want. They want to have these people in the forefront. They want to have these type of people, okay, in professional jobs, in a public view. To what? To normalize it to the minds of people. Because in the beginning, I'm standing there, I'm walking up to the teller and I'm like, yo, Zach, just be cool. I mean, it's normal. No, it's not, brother. It's not normal. But this is how, imagine how many other people is thinking the same way I'm thinking. Yo, don't make a scene, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to look crazy if you make a scene. If you say something, you know, you're a hater. You're discriminating. And I'm like, yo, this is exactly what they're doing. So now, this is why I was saying, what future is left for our children? Because if I'm a grown man and I'm being exposed to this, what about the children? What do they think? How do they feel? Like, imagine a child seeing this all the time. He or she is gonna think that this is normal behavior. This is normal activity. So it hit me. I'm like, yo, this is exactly their plan. They have to make it look normal so that way the future generation could be like, you know what? It is what it is. I don't know if y'all hearing me, but this is what was coming to me as I'm standing in front of he, him, her, they. Right? So I want to read this article. Right? I don't know if all right, so I'm going to go somewhere with this. Right? And I need y'all to pay attention to how I'm going to break this down. Right? So this is from Healthline, healthline.com, right? So it says, let me get this out of my face. All right. So it says, and I hope I pronounced this right. I don't know how to pronounce this thing, but it says, what the bader or the batter Menoff or Menhioff Menoff phenomenon is, and why you may see it again and again. So they're going to explain what the Bader Menoff or Menhoff phenomenon is, right? So it says Bader Menoff phenomenon. It says it's got an unusual name, that's for sure. Even if you've never heard of it, chances are that you've experienced this interesting phenomenon, or you soon will, right? It says, but this is gonna draw the general picture of where I'm going, right? It says, in short, the Bader Menoff phenomenon is a frequency bias, right? You notice something new, at least it's new to you. It could be a word, a breed of dog, a particular style of house, or just another thing. Suddenly, you're aware of that thing all over the place, right? A lot of us realize that you see a brand new car, and then you look like, oh shoot, that's the new such and such, and then you driving along or you walking around, you see it again and you see it again. And it's like it just keeps on popping up, right? And a game that's popular for doing that is Grand Theft Auto. I noticed that in that game years ago, right? But it says in reality, there is no increase in occurrence. It's just that you've started to notice it. So when you make somebody aware of something, it's like you're always gonna see it. It's always gonna be there, right? So it says, okay, so it says here, I'm gonna read this sentence. It says, and I know I'm butchering the way you pronounce it, but I'm sorry. Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, right? Effect, or it's called the effect, is when your awareness of something increases. This leads you to believe it's actually happening more, even if it's not. So that's something that the brain does. The brain actually, hold on. What your brain does when your brain is experiencing something new for the first time, or what you may feel like is for the first time, is like a heightened experience, right? So that's just one thing. But now I want to talk to you guys about, where is it? I want to talk to you about this now. Pay attention, right? And this is from medicalexpress.com, right? Studies suggest people become susceptible, right, to social influences around age 12, right? So now I'm trying to make a comparison here, right? We have the Baader-Meinhof, where you see something and you just keep seeing it all the time. Now, there is a study that suggests people become susceptible, right, to social influences around age 12. So basically, the more you're around a social activity, the more it influences you. But this is the study for children, right? So now stick with me now. So now it says, I'm right here. I hope you guys could see this. Let me see if I could make it bigger. Okay. Here it goes. It says, an international team of researchers has found evidence that suggests children begin to become susceptible. So, I don't know why I keep messing up this word. Susceptible, right, to social influence when they reach age 12. So basically, the more they're interacting with society, the more they accept it, right? In their paper published in Proceedings of the Natural Academy of Sciences, the group describes experiments that were conducted with 155 children between the ages of 6 and 14, because that is the age of being impressionable. These are the impressionable years of children, right? It says, it is generally understood that humans are susceptible to social influences. People can come to believe something just because someone else told them it was true, right? For example, or people can be influenced by information they receive from others to do something a certain way, even if the information they receive is clearly wrong. In this new effort, the researchers sought to learn more about the age at which children start to become susceptible to social influences. Pardon me. The experiments entailed engaging each child in a game in which they pretended to pilot a spaceship. Part of the game involved maneuvering around black holes, which involved turning cylinders with black and white dots on them. But in order to know which way to turn the cylinders, the child pilots needed to know which direction the black holes were spinning. To make the game a little more difficult, the child also had a decipher optical illusion. They had to decipher between optical illusions. Prior to playing, each child was assigned an advisor, either an adult or another child of the same age, right? So now there's a difference. You could either get help from an adult or you could get help from another child your age. The advisor offered advice during the game on which way the black holes were turning. Unbeknownst to the child, however, sometimes the advisor would give good advice and sometimes they would not. But the kicker was that the child could see for themselves which way to turn the cylinder, right? So I want to get to the meat of this. There's no more on this. It says, after concluding the experiments, the researchers looked to see which child followed the advice of the advisors and which did not. They reported that the children age 12 and up were most susceptible to advice from the advisor, even when they could see the advice was wrong. They were also slowed in their decision making when deciding whether to follow bad advice or not. Younger children, this is what we're focusing on, younger children, on the other hand, tended to ignore the advisor regardless of their age. The researchers also found that the autistic children are less susceptible to such social influences, regardless of their age or the age of the advisor. So the older children between 12 and older were following the advice of the advisors, right? So that's basically following your peers or following the public habit, basically. So that's what they was conducting this experiment to see if advice would help the children or if it would not help the children. But more of the children were being guided by a source outside of themselves. So which leads me to understand that when we send our children to school, right, that this is why it's very important to have a great upbringing with your for your child at home. You instill as much as you can in them so that when they go out there, there's enough of you in them that can't be erased by a teacher, by a friend, by the general public, right? This is why the scripture says, train up a child in the way they should go and he shall never depart from it, right? So with those two articles being said, right, the social influences of young children, right, the batter Manhoff phenomenon, when you keep seeing things over and over, and now you have to fit in a social environment. What do we think that this does to children? What do you think it does to the mind of our children? It reshapes their minds and redirects their mind to follow public opinion. Like the experiment just showed us, that the children, they more so followed the advice of the advisors, the social influence. Nah, don't go here, go here. Nah, don't do this, do this. Nah, you don't wear that, wear this. No, don't call him, call him her. Don't do, you understand? So now think about it. The more a child now hear these things and is being exposed to everything that he's seeing socially, whether it be socially at school, right? Socially on the bus, socially on these social media platforms. He or she is being socially engineered through what? Through YouTube, right? A lot of the newer generation of children are watching other children play video games, and now I'm also noticing these grown adults are playing children video games. And I'm like, yo, why are you're like my age. Why are you online playing children video games and talking to, and your audience is below the age of 16? Creep. Like, what are you doing? Right? I'm not gonna say not understanding, but understanding that these young children, like the young minds, right? They say from the age of from toddler to about 8 years old, a child mind cannot decipher between real and fake. That's what studies had shown. That a child's mind cannot decipher what is real or fake. Seeing a character on a cartoon, they remember that character in that cartoon, and then they then try to reenact or try to be that character, because that's how impressionable their minds are, right? So now we have our children being socially engineered by culture, the new culture that's out there. And the thing is, we're not promoting this culture. We're not giving that to our children. Who's giving it to them? Who's giving it to them? Right? It gets crazier, y'all. It really gets crazy. I want to show y'all something. Or should I show that now? Matter of fact, I'll do this. So now, our children are being socially engineered, right? And remember in the beginning, I was talking about the how respect for the elders is like totally non-existent, right? I'm gonna play a video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna play a video. Yeah, I am. And I want you guys to listen. And my take on this, and before I give my take, but this is my theory of how I see they're going to normalize or get the public to accept the alternative lifestyles. Like I said, from the story that I gave earlier, me walking into the bank and having to interact with a teller, excuse me, whose pronouns was he, him, her, they. And I'm a grown man and I have to interact with this person. So now, and I was thinking about, I'm like, yo, what if this was my child? Because I'm not exposing my children to this. I'm not exposing my sons to this. But now when they grow older, right? And I gotta send them out into the real world, because there's only so much that I can do right now to shelter them and protect them, right? But eventually they're gonna have to operate in the public, like how I'm operating in the public right now. And now my children, or my offspring, their minds now have to now readjust what I've been teaching them to be acceptable to the public opinion. I don't think that's fair. But praise the Most High that the Most High is allowing us to have these impressionable years. This is why it's important, if you guys can, homeschool your children. So I know a lot of us, we really can't do it because, work. But if you can, is a blessing. It's hard, but it's a benefit, because why? They're being sheltered from what's going on the outside. I'm going to show you what the agenda is, right? But I want to play a video, right, to show right, to show what I believe is one of the main influences to our children, to our culture. 'Cause I'm speaking about our culture. I'm not saying that what's happening on the earth is not affecting all children. Yes, it is affecting all children. But right now, I'm more concerned for my children, our children, right? Because I believe that the attack is not just on all children, but is predominantly catered towards ours, Black and brown Hispanic children, to keep them in a state of degradation and demoralization, and that's going to continue to trickle down through generation. Because like I said, I'm listening to these young kids talk. I'm like, yo, how I was saying that when I was your age. How you know to still say that? That's because it's a generational thing. They're watching the older generation come before them do that. So there gotta be a change. So I'm gonna play this video of some of you guys know him already. Y'all know him as Lawya Cohen, right? He's a hip hop A&R, right? Jewish, of course, right? So what he's responsible for is he promotes and push these big artists. All of the mainstream hip hop artists that you guys see that's out right now, there's always a corporation or an executive or an A&R that is, or a label that is gonna push that material. And the question is why? Why? Right? So let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Right? So I'm gonna play this video. I want you to I want you guys to listen to what is being said. Right? It's fair use, right? Listen to this, guys. This is not even the video. Hold on. Listen to this.
Really rough, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
You see how they caught him? He was like, it's the worst. Let me play it back. He's like, this is the worst thing to hit our society. And Charlemagne asked a poignant question. Why promote an artist that, or why sign an artist that promotes that? Let's hear it again.
Epidemic, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool.
That wasn't cool.
Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So see, he said it's the most dangerous thing that is facing our society. The use of opioids, right? The whole drug culture, right? He said it's the most dangerous thing that is affecting our society. So now the question to me that I would want to ask him is, which society are you talking about? Is it dangerous for your type of your people in your society, i.e., your children? You wouldn't expose your children to that, right? But there's a group of children that are being exposed to that. So now listen to this.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Why sign an artist that would promote that then? If you're saying that this is the most dangerous thing that could hit our society. Why are you signing artists that promote drug use? And he's behind a lot of these big these big artists that just come out of nowhere.
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention.
What did you say?
She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though.
Wait, what? Well, that he didn't even make any sense. Talent or issues. I choose talent, but I cannot give up on people. What does that even mean? Like, you see how he weaseled his way out of what Charlemagne asked him? He didn't ask you if he was giving up on people. He asked you, why are you signing artists that promote drug use, opioids? But he's not going to answer that question, because the artists that he's promoting, that he's signing, don't look like his people, so he don't care.
You're saying
it's opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed.
Whoa, you see, he said it's opportunistic. So basically, he's only looking for an opportunity. And you heard what he said? I got people to feed. So it's all about a check to them. This is why Jacob is a laughing stock. We are a cash cow for the nations. You heard him? And he knows that we are the people that he can make money off of, because we have no sense. We have no sense of culture. We don't have no sense or no pride of nation. We don't know those things because we're lost.
You think that's hypocritical, though? You're saying
it's opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed.
I got people to feed.
I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. I don't even know him.
And if y'all don't know the history between this Jewish guy, Lear Cohen, Dame Dash, Jay-Z, even Kanye, he's behind a lot of these crooked deals and making money off our people and pushing this agenda, this hip-hop agenda, this gang drug life, whoredom, right, to our people. Look, it's gonna get crazy. Watch, I'm gonna show you some other crazy stuff.
So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
now you don't know him.
Together.
Made a lot of
Come
money.
on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him.
You see how they treat us? Charlemagne just said, come on, don't do him like that, man. Y'all made a lot of money together. I don't know him. You know why? Because he can't use him to make money anymore. That's why you don't know him. That's what I'm telling you. These people are not for our turn. And I really wish that our people could see that, man. I really wish they could see that. Instead of chasing a check and trying to get put on, trying to get signed, and this is what they want you to promote to our people, to keep us in a state of just deprivation. We're deprived of anything that's good.
I really don't. So
I really don't. This guy's a liar, bro.
I don't know what to tell you.
He's making a lot of Jewish people look bad right now. He's a liar. Oh, that's it on that. Right? So you see?
Really rough, particularly on.
All right, that's it on that. So y'all see? So he said it out of his own mouth. I got a business to run. I got mouths to feed. So yeah, I'm going to promote these artists, right? I'm going to promote them. Yeah, they're promoting some very bad stuff. They're doing very bad things, yeah. They're talking about drug use and murder and all of this kind of stuff, but, you know, It pays the bills. But at what expense, though? What expense? And this is the culture that is that is shaping the mind of our children. They're susceptible to that. I'm going to keep trying to say it till I figure it out. Right? Our children are impressionable. Imagine just seeing this all over the place. Seeing gang violence and drug use and LGBTQ all over the place. Our children are going to think that is normal. And like I'm telling y'all, I see it every day with these young kids. The way they behave, they think their behavior is normal. That is not normal for a child to be using profanity. I'm talking about using profanity like a grown man. That's not normal. I see these young dudes walking down the street looking like terrorists, bro. Like just with all of them with masks on, with hoodies on, looking crazy, looking just grimy. Like if someone says the wrong thing to them, they gonna get it. And the thing is, I look at them and I feel bad for them because I'm like, yo, they really think that this is normal. And they don't even realize that they're all stuck. They're stuck. And they're going to be stuck in that position, and they're going to teach the next generation the same. But this is exactly where they want Jacob, though. This is exactly where they want Jacob. Right? This is exactly where they want. Let me show you exactly where they want Jacob. Huh? This is exactly where they want Jacob. And this next video that I'm gonna play, I can't even play the sound. That's how disgusting this music is. Okay? I gotta put it on mute, and I'm gonna put the closed caption so we could read the lyrics. But I can't even play the music because it's so bad. But I want you guys to see how disgusting this looks. And this is what they promote. Right? This is what they promote for our children to see. Right? This video, and look, let me show you. Let me show y'all this. Look at this. Hold on real quick. So this video came out 3 weeks ago, and it already has 330,000 views, and it's only gonna go up. It's only gonna go up. 3 weeks ago, and that's how much views it got. That must mean that this new generation of children and kids this is what they like, but they've been conditioned. It's a social influence. It's the batter Manhoff. That's what it is. They think it's normalized. They think this is normal, but it's not. Look how this look at this. And I do apologize for what y'all gonna see, but I want y'all to see how they shape the mind of our children and the generation. Well, I wouldn't say our children, because our children should be being raised under the law, statute, commands of the Most High. But when I say our children, I'm talking about all of our children in a whole. Don't sleep. And of course, this is New York. So I guess this is a rapper. There's a female, and look at this, horrible as a female rapper at that, named Scar Lip. I mean, with a name like Scar Lip, I don't expect anything nice to come out of your mouth. The name of this song is This Is New York. This is why I always say New York is finish. This place is done. Like, if there's any place in Babylon that's finished, it's here. It's New York. Do yourself a favor. Don't come visit here. Don't. It's nothing. It's really nothing to see. Because you're going to run into this. Look at this. Why does he got a Jason mask? Wait. Why does he have a Jason mask on? And look, this is the next generation. These are the future adults that our children are going to have to interact with. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, yo, I don't want my children around none of this crap. This is disgusting. Look at this. This is New York. I'm gonna read the lyrics. This is New York. Good morning. What? Welcome anymore. And all of the blanked out stuff is curse words. Welcomed anymore. Get the blank out New York. We ain't feeling you. This is the kind of energy that they want the next generation to have. Pure hate and destructive mentality. And yo, you look at me wrong for too long, yo. I got that for you. Look at her, bro. And it's sad because she probably was raised thinking that was normal. Gang violence, and like, in all of these videos, like, why do you have a pit bull? And and this is the reason. And this is the reason why I said when I got my dog, because I have a German Shepherd. And that's not your average black man dog. That's not your average black and Hispanic man dog. Because I didn't want to. I used to have a pit too when I was younger. I used to have a red nose. Her name was Egypt. Right? She was a good dog. Right? But I don't want nothing to do with this. Because this image goes along with the average black Hispanic man. It's sad, but look. Look at her face. Look at the demon. Look at this. This is what they're promoting. This is exactly what they're promoting, and this is what the children, and this is what's keeping our children stuck. This is what's keeping our that generation stuck. She shot this video in the projects, bro. Like I said, I can't even play the lyrics because every other line is just is F this, N this, B that. Like, the level of education that it came up to make these lyrics is very horrible. It's very sad. Like, their level of vocabulary is very minor. It's very small. But this is what when the nation see this, like a Lawya Cohen, when he sees that, yeah, this is what we need. I gotta pay the bills. Look at this. Look, drug exchange, twerking, dirt bike, like for no reason, just doing willies for no reason, groping at noonday. See, drugs, gang violence, evil, like just an evil mentality, just evil. Everything about it is just dark. But look, this is where they want our people. Look at this. Terrible. 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 Now you see what's keeping our people stuck. And like I said, I really do blame hip hop. Well, the new form of hip hop is trash. Like this? Trash. Trash. Look. So each generation, they just find somebody to promote. Right? They find somebody from that look like us to promote. Right? Look. Even this, I can't even play the lyrics for this either. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me show y'all this. What's keeping us stuck? Where is it? I can't find that video. There it goes. Look at this. And a lot of the newer kids or younger kids, they know this song by a rapper called CJ. And mind you, another New York artist from Staten Island. So, like I said, New York is not the place to be, y'all. And look, it's a song called Whoop-Dee. This song came out 2 years ago. And look at the views. This thing came out 2 years ago. 435 million views in under 2 years. Or in about 2 years. 435 million views. But we can't get none of Elder Rawchaa's lessons to reach 1 million views. So now, what are they really pushing? We could see what they're pushing. Whoop-Dee by CJ. Huh? Look. Fast cars, keeping you in debt. Look, again. See, didn't I tell y'all? Fast cars and what? A pit bull. Fast cars, pit bulls, drug use, twerking, all of that. You're always gonna find a pit bull in this thing. Like, is that supposed to make us look more gangster or something like that? So it's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a pet. A friendly animal. But I guess that's supposed to show aggression. Look. Whoop-Dee. Gang affiliation. Tattoos. Skinny jeans, dancing crazy. Right? This is what's cool. This is what's cool to the eyes of the impressionable. The social influences. This is the social influence amongst the youth. And of course they use our people to do it. I don't see what's cool about doing any of this. What's so cool about? Like, how is this cool? And what's sad is none of them realize that they're all stuck. They all stuck. It's just sad. Like, gang violence, drinking, drugs, pit bulls. Huh? It's enough of this madness. It's crap. It's garbage. It's garbage. I'm trying to tell y'all, this thing is garbage. All of it is garbage. The future for our children, y'all. This is what it is. So now, somebody gotta tell me, this has been designed so and tailored so specific to our people. No one, and we can't make this stuff up.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're now tuned into the Born of Levi experience.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome for those who are coming in. Welcome to the Born of Levi experience. Welcome to tonight's discussion, man. The future for our children, man. Y'all see it. And look, I just opened up, I just tipped the iceberg just a little bit of what we're going to talk about for tonight. So I'm just trying to show the progression of where we're heading, or what they're setting up for our children. So we already witness what's going on with that. The hip hop culture, how it's keeping our people still in a drugged up gang life mentality. Now we're gonna flip the sides, or we're gonna flip the coin on this. But thank you all for coming in. Thank you guys for coming in, man, and enjoying this show with me, right? But tonight's episode is brought to you by the Born Collection. Yes, get you some apparel today. Born Collection. I'm actually sporting one of the Born Collection hoodies right now. So if you can, visit theborncollection.art and rep your tribe, man. Rep where you from. And your support goes a long way. Whatever you buy here, parts of the proceeds goes to supporting this show, because YouTube won't allow us to monetize this channel. So, we got to get it how we can get it. So, if you can, theborncollection.art. Check it out. Right? Also, this episode is also brought to you by the Hebrew and Bible Academy. It started March 12th. But they're still taking enrollments. If you want to learn about what happened before the flood and after the flood and what's currently happening, historytimes.org, the Hebrew and Bible Academy. Also, if you can too, visit the main Gathering 144 page so you can get your official Hebrew, G.O.C.C. Hebrew 2023 calendar, right? And please make sure to tune into all of the other broadcasts. We have Elder Rawchaa on Tuesday. Elder Rawchaa on Tuesdays. Elder Rawchaa on Wednesdays. My platform on my stream on Thursdays, and Elder Rawchaa on Fridays. Please do so. Support the church. Support. Yes, support. So we're gonna move right along, man. Like I said, we gotta talk about it. Like I said, I wanted to show y'all the setup. On how they are shaping the future for our children. Right? So one thing that we could say, they're using hip hop as a tool. It's evident. They're using hip hop as a tool. Right? As a form of social influence. What if I was to tell you, that there was another agenda that happened years ago, that they had this plan, and they had this plan in place some over 30 years ago. Probably even before that. Y'all think I'm playing with y'all? Y'all think I'm lying? Look at this. What y'all see on the screen there? Yeah, we're going to talk about it. The homosexual manifesto as to Congress in 1987. So this was 1987. 1987, y'all. So what is it? It says homosexual manifesto. I'm reading from here. Make it bigger so you guys could see it. Right? The homosexual manifesto. You did not hear about it because it was not written by Catholic priests. I beg to differ. And it has become fact and the American way. And yo, we cannot say this is not a fact. It has become fact and the American way, as promulgated by the United States Supreme Court, as manipulated by the gay cult and by the gay cult and the incorrigible liberal loons of the entropic press and media, right? So it says this is the documentation of the homosexual manifesto agenda. So this was a whole agenda, y'all, for those of you who may not have heard about it. So this was by Michael Swift, gay revolutionary. Whoa. Reprinted from the Congressional Record of the United States Congress. First print in the Gay Community News, February 15th to the 21st, 1987. So it was about 36 years ago. So now, here are the quotes from the Gay Manifesto. This is crazy. It says, I just feel crazy. I even feel crazy just reading this. It says, "We shall sodomize your sons." That sounds super crazy. "We shall sodomize your sons, emblems of your feeble masculinity." Only a demon would say something like that. "Of your shallow dreams and vulgar lies. We shall seduce them in your schools." See? "In your dormitories," so they're even there. "In your gymnasiums, in your locker rooms, in your sports arenas, in your seminaries, in your youth groups, in your movie theater bathrooms, in your army bunkhouses." Like, what is wrong with this person who wrote this? In your truck stops, in your all-male clubs, in your House of Congress. So they're just telling you, he's letting you know, like, yo, we're gonna be in the government too. And it's pretty evident they made it there. Without a shadow of a doubt, they made it to Congress. I'm gonna show you how we know that. Watch. "Wherever men are with men together." It sounds so, I feel so bad saying that. "Your sons shall become our minions and do our bidding. They will be recast in our image." Now, like, and this is what I'm saying. This is how you know this is coming straight out of a mouth of a demon. Because what did the Most High say? The Most High said, let us make man in our image. And here are these sodomites saying they will be recast in our image. Yo, demon. "They will come to crave and adore us." Y'all heard this? It said they will come to crave and adore us. See? It's that whole batter Manhoff syndrome. Social engineering, social influences. You see it, you see it everywhere, so you think it's normal. "They will come to crave and adore us. Woman, you cry for freedom. You say you are no longer satisfied with men. They make you unhappy. We connoisseurs of the masculine face, the masculine physique, shall take your men from you then. See, this is what they're saying. Oh yeah, y'all don't want men? Black woman, you don't want the black men? All right, we'll take them from you. Then what? It says we will amuse them. We will instruct them. We will embrace them when they weep. Yo, this is just so feminine. Oh my goodness. Women, you say you wish to live with each other instead of with men? Then go and be with each other. We shall give your men pleasures they have never known, because we are foremost men too. You see, yo, this look, man. I don't even want to read that part. They're just getting just nasty with it. Look at this. All laws. Listen to this. It says, all laws banning homosexuality or homosexual activity will be revoked. This was written in 1987. We're in 2023. They accomplished their mission. All laws banning homosexual activity will be revoked. Instead, legislation shall be passed which engenders love between men. You see that? All homosexuals must stand together as brothers. We must be united artistically, philosophically, socially, politically, and financially. So now they're showing, like, this is showing us that they are the hands that's really moving this world right now. We must be united artistically, philosophically, socially, politically, and financially. We will triumph only when we present a common face to the vicious heterosexual enemy. So they consider us enemies, those who prefer the opposite sex. I mean, I don't understand what's wrong with that, and it's clear that none of them would be here if it wasn't for the opposite sex. But hey, oh man, Adam without the Eve says fruits and boots. Yeah, you're right. It says, if you dare, listen to this, and this is what get me upset. It says, if you dare to cry faggot, fairy, queer at us, we will stab you in your cowardly hearts and defile your dead, puny bodies. Like, this doesn't sound like a grown-up who wrote this, bro. This sounds like a child, but a demonically possessed child that wrote this. What? We shall write poems of the love between. All right, you see? Look, we shall write poems of the love between men. We shall stage plays in which men openly caress men. We shall make films about the love between heroic men, which will replace the cheap, superficial, insipid, juvenile, heterosexual infatuations presently dominating your cinema screens, and they have accomplished that. They're making superheroes that's gay, Marvel characters that are gay, a lot of cartoons. They're adding homosexual cartoons, so they have accomplished this. I don't even want to read any more of this. But this is the gay manifesto, the homosexual manifesto. Okay? That was presented to Congress in 1987. This is crazy. All right? This is crazy. They know exactly what they were doing. Right? The homosexual manifesto. So now, like I said, what sparked this conversation? Me walking into the bank and having to deal with the teller, with the acronyms or the pronouns he, him, her, she, them, whatever that was. Clearly, outwardly, you look like a man, but he had the longest pink fingernails with all of the stones and diamonds on it. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This can't be real life. This bank can't be a real place that I'm walking into right now. So here in this homosexual manifesto, they claim that they will put it everywhere. Have they accomplished that? Did they accomplish that? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Huh? Look at this. I got more videos for y'all. To try to show y'all the future that our children have to live in. What is this? Why is this on the screen? Get out of here. All right. How do you get this off the screen? All right. Huh? I want to show this. And this is from this is from one of my favorite guys right now. His name is Matt Walsh. And he be giving it to all the alternative lifestyles. Like anything that's just like against morality, he speaks about it. So let's listen to this is a clip from his show, Matt Walsh, and for us, the Daily Wire. It says school board, listen to this. School board silences father while reading graphic kids book. They said they're gonna put it everywhere. They said in that gay manifesto, it said we're gonna be in your schools and in your public places. Because why must it be there? Because if it's everywhere, of course, it's going to be widely accepted, especially for impressionable children. This is the reason why they're making these books for these kids. But let's pay attention to this.
From the New York Post, it says
use,
a Florida
right?
father is speaking out after a school board cut off his microphone as he denounced pornographic material in classrooms, claiming somebody failed drastically in the mission to protect young minds. Bruce Friedman is his name. He's the Florida chapter president of No Left Turn in Education, which works to restore parental function in public education. He was silenced during a June 30th Clay County School District Board meeting as he read from a book he found at the Fleming Island High School. And this exchange is just one you have to see for yourself. So let's play it.
Tonight, I'm going to give a sampling from 3 books that are in our libraries, the Fleming School and the Oak Leaf School. And then you can discuss the process by which these books get on the shelves, because there's a Clay County employee that got paid to put this book, Lucky, by Alice Sebold. I'm going to read things. If there's children watching, cover their ears. He began to need
I'm going to stop you right there, sir. I'm going to stop you right there.
Turn the microphone off.
Turn off his microphone, please. I've told you I'm stopping you. The reason I'm stopping you is because these meetings are, if you'll hush your mouth for a minute and listen instead of just talking, you may learn something.
Y'all heard what he said? He said, if it's safe enough to put in our schools and for our children, then you guys should be able to listen to it. Right? Right or wrong? It's clear it's safe for children, right? So why are you stopping me? These people are upside down, bro. Like, they're just backwards.
The problem is, sir, is these meetings are broadcast. There are people at home that are watching it on YouTube. There are people that are watching it on community television.
But that's exactly his point. But y'all saying that the book that he's reading to y'all is safe for public schools. But now you're stopping him from speaking because you're saying this is being broadcast to millions of people, to children, to families. Like, y'all don't see the double tongue in y'all speech? It's crazy.
Are you going to listen or are you going to run your mouth? And you'll get it back. But you'll get it back to talk about something besides reading pornography into a public television set. Well,
wow. He's saying he's reading pornography to a public television set. But what about the pornography that's being read in these schools? Y'all putting this in these schools. Come on, bro.
Let me explain something to you. There are federal and state laws that prohibit you from saying the things that you're getting ready to say on television. There are state laws that prohibit, and federal communications laws that prohibit you from publishing these things to a child. You don't have the the ability at this point to.
He didn't publish it to a child. Y'all did. Whoever's responsible for putting that book in the school or in a public library for children to access it. So the state laws don't go against somebody whoever made that book and published it and put it in that library. What?
Determine who's watching the television show, and for you to say everybody cover your ears just doesn't cut it. If you go to television and you look before anything that comes on that's offensive, they have it graded as R, NC-17, PG, or G, or X. Now,
oh, you heard the question?
If you
heard the question, you said, does the book in your public school have a rating, an age rating? No, it doesn't. Because if it did, it wouldn't be in the school.
Put something on the television without that, you are violating state and federal law. Number one. Number two, if you'll hush a minute and listen, you'll learn something.
Wow.
So there you have it. Huh? So here it is. A father is speaking to the school board about graphic novels that are being read to children. Huh? I got more for y'all. I got more. Hold on. Hold on. I got more for y'all.
From this.
Hold on. Yeah, here it goes. I got more for y'all. Look at it. Take a look at this. So, dad stuns school board when he reads aloud disgusting book from the library. So, like, and like I said, this is what they want. They have to put this in their faces to shape the minds of the young and impressionable. But let's listen to this.
So you guys probably are aware that TPS and Mustang schools are going through some accreditation problems via HB 1775.
Fair use.
You guys are going to have the same issue if you don't clean it up. And I'm going to find it, and I've got some connections that I've made over the last couple of years battling you guys that I'll bring that to bear. These books. This is in 2 elementary schools. It Feels Good to Be Yourself, a book about gender identity. Sanger and Will Rogers teaches teaches the kids that the doctor is merely guessing whether it's a boy or a girl. That's a millstone offense. Explicit child rape, child molestation. Do these have academic value?
So there's a book on child rape and child molestation? Why is that a book that's in the public school system? I don't understand. What does that have to do with anything?
You guys are going to have to answer that question.
They're not going to answer you, bro.
And it shouldn't take a form. If I send an email to a man who's in charge of protecting the innocence of our children, and the response is fill out a form, I would consider that a millstone offense. There's a rape of a 10-year-old girl, graphic, in this book. It's heartbreaking. By no means should there be a ban on books. Don't mistake what I'm saying for that. There ought to be academic books in the school libraries. And this problem, I never imagined it would be at my alma mater. I went from 4th grade up to Stillwater Public Schools. I'm an alum. And we have books after book after book after book. This is the junior high. This book contains sexually explicit assault and battery. I hesitate to read it. I don't feel comfortable reading it to adults. 13-year-olds can check this book out. Wow. And you guys have bought it for them and provided it for them. Yep. And it needs to be corrected ASAP.
Y'all, any of y'all think that they're going to correct that? No. This is the agenda. This is where they need our children to be. Gangsters, harlots on drugs, and gay.
Are you going to eat her?
Whoa.
Yeah, Earl, I'm going to eat her. Do you even know how to eat? No, not really. Papa Gaines never sat you down and said, son, one day you're going to have to eat. No, but he taught me how to eat a. Yep, I would teach you some technique, but it's a little complicated.
And look at the school board. Look how uncomfortable they look right now just hearing those words. This guy got his head down. She's gasping for air, she's holding her neck like, oh my God. Yeah, that's the books that you guys got in the library. Crazy.
Complicated. Son, I don't have time for that. I got 20 over here I need to eat. Is that right? I'm on a deadline. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
It's like the people on the school board is like they trained them to just like not have a soul. Not to have a conscience, because they're just sitting there like no one is upset. It's like none of them is upset. And exactly what that gay manifesto said, he said we're gonna be in Congress. So best believe there's a big old flamboyant congressman or woman that is pushing these things in your children's school, in our schools.
There are 79 in this book. 79.
That's crazy.
51 shits, 11 dicks.
All right.
15.
He's saying a whole lot. They forgot to bleep those. Right? They forgot to bleep them. But brothers and sisters, do y'all see the way they are shaping the future for our children? Because growing up, we didn't have access to books like that. That is insane. The only type of books we had that was like that was magazines, like, the Playboy magazines and all of these stuff that that you could not check those kind of books out or magazines out in your school library. But these kids could get these books that shows all type of wild, freaky stuff, and the school board is allowing these stuff to happen and take place. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make it up. cannot make this stuff up. It is crazy. So now, what kind of future are our kids going to have? Can somebody tell me? This is ridiculous. Like, oh boy. All right. Y'all already know what time it is. We got to come back to that topic, but we got to go into tonight's stupor, finding the stupor of the week. Have we found the stupor? I think we are getting closer and closer to the stupor. Matter of fact, I feel like tonight's show is finding the stupor. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? I feel like this whole segment that we're doing is a stupor, but nonetheless, we gotta track the stupor of the week. Let's take a look at this stupor of the week, man. This stupor of the week is more so. There gotta be a lesson to be learned from this stupor that I'm gonna play right now. A lesson has to be learned from this. And
so I knew that it was.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Right? There's a lesson that has to be learned from this stupor of the week. And if you never loved yourself before, I pray that this stupor makes you love yourself 10 times more. Okay? So apparently, this was what they call who they call the Kim Kardashian lookalike. I never heard of her, never even seen her because I don't really keep up with the Kardashians. Yes, that was a pun, and a pun was intended because their show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Yeah, I don't keep up with the Kardashians. I could care less about the witches and warlocks, right? But apparently, this young lady, 34 years of age, she was called the Kim Kardashian lookalike, but she passed away. But let's find out how.
A lot of good looks. A lot of people really think I'm Kim K.
Christina Ashton Gorkani, a model best known as a Kim Kardashian lookalike on Instagram, has died. She was 34 years old.
I noticed at a young age we have very similar features, so I knew that it was easy for me to be her lookalike.
Christina's loved ones shared the
So apparently, her level of self-esteem had to be very low to model yourself after another person. You know, it's unfortunate that she passed away. She died, but good Lord. Who were you? Were you now Kim Kardashian?
Tragic news on a GoFundMe page revealing that Christina, whom they called a caring and loving free spirit, died on April 20th.
How I maintain it, I'm gonna be honest, I'm on strict diets. I work out a lot, and I definitely do my face injections and Botox. I've done my breasts actually twice, so total in surgeries, I would say 30,000.
According to her family, the social media influencer died following surgery, alleging that the cosmetic procedure led to her death.
It usually takes me about an hour for hair and an hour for makeup for sure. Even without my makeup, surprisingly, people think I'm Kim K.
The social media influencer and OnlyFans model emulated the reality star.
Like, who can't tell that that's a fake body? Not even Barbie dolls look like that. Like, what? Yo, I don't understand what's going on with this world.
Reality star recreating several of Kim's trademark looks.
These are some of the Kim K looks that I go for. She likes the prints, obviously fitted and tight with some cute shades.
What kind of world do we live in where someone like Kim Kardashian has become an influencer on the minds of women throughout the whole earth? Like, who is she? Seriously, who is Kim Who is she? What have she done for society that makes people love her so much? Like I don't understand it. Her body is fake. Her face is fake. Like there's nothing real about that lady. But yet people are literally losing their life to be like this person. It's crazy.
Like everyone's checking out like these guys over here too. Watch. Oh wow. Watch.
Look.
That's Kim Kardashian? Oh my God.
That is not no Kim Kardashian,
Kim,
sir.
Gotcha.
I feel so confident in front of the camera. It's crazy. I feel natural.
Yep. There you go. There you goes, guys. So apparently she died from complications from plastic surgery. She literally lost her life because she was trying to look like someone else. So moral of the story, guys, love the skin you're in. Embrace who the Most High made you to be. Because he didn't make a mistake. What was the point of her? Like, what was the point? She kind of patterned the rest of her life trying to imitate someone else. And it cost her life. And like they say, if looks could kill. And there you have it, folks. This week's Stupor of the Week. Where do we live? What universe is this? But nonetheless, we are here. And there's no escaping this stupor. But we got to continue to track it until kingdom come. But praise the Most High that, the Most High has given us back our identity. And with that comes loving ourselves, man. And not just loving ourselves, but loving our neighbors too, as we love ourselves. So if she had that understanding, she would have, she probably would have still been here. But hey, like I said, love yourself, guys. You know what I'm saying? Embrace who the Most High made you. And don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted, guys. And matter of fact, I want to show this as well too. Look at this. Hold on. Where is it? Look at this, guys. See, I want to find the exact link. Yo, shout out to Adam, man, sending me this article. I want to find the exact. But I can't find. I don't know. For some reason, I can't find the exact article, but it's all over. Hold on, I got it. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Okay, so it says here, this article says, why is there all this stuff on the screen? All right. Y'all know who Dwyane Wade is, right? Former NBA superstar, a.k.a. The Flash, right? I believe 3-time NBA championship winner, right? So it says Dwyane Wade moved his family out of Florida over states' LGBTQ policies. And if a lot of you guys don't know, his son, no longer a son anymore, but his son daughter, right? His son undergone the transformation to be made a female. He was, born a male. So I guess these laws are affecting his family. It says Dwyane Wade moved his family out of Florida following the state's recent anti-LGBT plus legislation. I've never even heard of it. What is the LGBT plus legislation? I'm going to click on that after. The former Miami Heat star sat down with Rachel Nichols on a recent episode of Headliners and discussed the hypocrisy of certain Florida politicians who claim to be his fans yet pass policies that negatively affect his family. That's another reason why I don't live in that state, Wynn explained. A lot of people don't know that I have to make decisions for my family, not just personal individual decisions. Brother, yo, Wade's 15-year-old, and I like how they preference it here, daughter, and it's really his son. Wade's 15-year-old son daughter, Zaya, came out as transgender in 2020, the magic number. After a long battle with her mother, see, I'm confused saying it, right? Servon Funches, the teen was finally granted a legal name and gender change in February. So his biological mother, not this witch right here, sister right here, Gabrielle Union. I feel like there's something about this sister right here. She did something to this brother. Look at his face. He don't even look the same. He looked like the guy from the movie Get Out. That's how he look. And look, this is supposed to be his son. Look at his son's broad shoulders. Look at his son. Look at his son's man feet, big man feet. They did something to him. They did something to this little boy. Okay? They did something. Talk about social influencing. What do you know at 15? When he was 15, he made the decision to say, I want to be a girl. And the reason why I'm saying that they pushed him to do that, because oddly enough, I had a conversation with my 8-year-old yesterday. I want y'all to hear this. And this is how I know he was influenced. That young boy was influenced. They changed him, bro. Okay, they changed him. I don't want to hear, oh, but he always felt like he was a girl. Oh, he always was feeling like that. No. Something happened to him to make him feel like that. Let's just be honest. So I had a conversation with my 8-year-old last night, right? And I wanted to test him, right? So I asked him. I asked my son Nehemiah. I said, Nehemiah. He's like, yes, Daddy. I said, what do you think is right? And listen to this. I said, what do you think is right? Do you think a man marrying a woman is right, or a man marrying a man is right? And he said, a man marrying a woman is right. And I said, what about a man marrying a man? What do you think about that? He said, no, it's disgusting. And he's 8. He's turning 9 this year. So if an 8-year-old can understand that, and I didn't tell him to say that, he said it out of his own mouth. That's disgusting. I didn't groom him to think like that. He naturally feels that. Because why? In his household, he sees a mother and a father. And he understands that he comes from a mother and a father. He don't see two men in his house running around playing tag. He don't see that. So when he said that, I looked at him and I started laughing. I was like, yeah, you're right. It is disgusting. It's not good. He said, yeah, daddy. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, he good. I don't really gotta do too much. I remember when he was 4 years old, when he was about the age of 4, people would come to him and say, Merry Christmas, and he would be like, no, Merry. He used to look at them and say, Christmas is evil. I actually trained him to do that though. I'm sorry, but I actually did train him to tell people Christmas is evil. No, I didn't tell him to tell people that. I used to say, we don't celebrate Christmas. Christmas is evil. And when people would, and it's crazy because when people would ask him, or people would say, Merry Christmas, or what are you doing for Christmas? He would tell them Christmas is evil because he would hear me say Christmas is evil. So his response to people when they say Christmas is, when they would say Merry Christmas, he would say Christmas is evil. When the scripture says, train up a child in the way they should go and they should never depart, that's a true saying. So basically the impressionable years, from when they're toddlers to about 8, and even if you start around 8 to about 12 till they get to 15, because after 15 they all have already developed in their mind the kind of teenager they're gonna be. So it's not by accident why they have all of these books and they're making these cartoons for these children with this alternate lifestyle, and they're just putting it in their face, the degradation of our people, hip hop, rap, because they understand that if they can get to our children before we can get to them, that's game over. So now the resolve. Right? The resolve for this. Yeah, and I know the powers that be don't like me. I don't care. Cause I'm what can you take from me? You can't take nothing from me. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing for you to take. I ain't do no deals with y'all. I ain't sign no contracts with y'all. So what y'all gonna take? Right? But anyways, I'm reading from the Book of Jubilees, right? By the R.H. Charles translation. And I want to read something that years ago when I read it, it gave me such a level of comfort, because looking at the state of the world, coming into the truth, and I'm like, dang, man, how are we gonna raise our children in this world? And as we progressing, as the time is moving forward, we're seeing how aggressive they're becoming with their approach and their agenda. And I'm like, man, it's really tough trying to raise children in this time. And it's only gonna get worse because they're putting these people in position where our children is only gonna see them. They're going to become their educators. They're going to become their employers. They're going to become the people that they go to for help if need be. And this is why I'm so big on us creating our own community, creating our own stuff, having our own, so that way we don't even have to deal with the madness of this world, man. But back to what I was saying. I read this this passage in the Book of Jubilees, which gave me a big level of comfort when it comes to our children being raised under the law, statute, commandments of Ahia and his son Yeshaya, right? This passage right here gave me such a level of comfort, and I'm going to share it with you guys. This is Jubilees chapter 1, right? I'm in Jubilees chapter 1. And always remember this scripture too. And go back to it and remember it and read it to give you some comfort when it comes to your children, and how, because we all want a hedge over our children. We all want some protection for our children when we're not looking. But look how beautiful the Most High is. Let me show y'all this. I'm in the book of Jubilees, chapter 1, I'm going to start at verse 22. And it says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, I know their contrariness and their thoughts and their stiff-neckedness." And the Most High is talking about the children of Israel. He know the type of people we are. He know that we're not going to want to listen to him. And he know the future generations are going to go off. He knows that. And he says, "And they will not be obedient till they confess their own sin and the sin of their fathers." So the Most High, so there's something, now we could also say there is something about confession. You really can't be obedient to the Most High until you have a confession. Once you confess your faults, then it's easier for you to be obedient because you've confessed your faults. Now, since you publicly confess them, now it's okay. It's easier now for me to obey and follow. We're breaking rules. We're breaking grounds here. Verse 23, it says, "And after this, they will turn to me in all uprightness and with all their heart and with all their soul. And I shall circumcise the foreskin of their heart." This is what the Most High did for us when we turned back to him, when we came back to him. He changed our heart. Because why? Some of us used to be what we seen on the screen. Gangsters, harlots. Okay? Some of us used to be these things: drug dealers, drug addicts, drug abusers, haters, killers, murderers. Some of us used to be these things. But once we confessed our faults and we turned to the Most High, he did something. He did a repair on our hearts. He did that. He says, "I shall circumcise the foreskin of their heart and the foreskin of their heart." Listen, wait, let me read that again. Listen to this. This is the powerful point right here. He says, "I shall circumcise the foreskin of their heart and the foreskin of the heart of their seed." So there's something that the Most High automatically does that our children won't have to go through if we confess first. When I read that, I'm like, yo, the Most High is elite on how he does things. Now our children is not going to have to go through hoops to try to find this truth like how we had to go through hoops. Our children are not going to have to go through the struggle that we went through, because why? We came back to the Most High, so the Most High is going to make sure that they're intact. I don't know if y'all hearing me. He said, "I shall circumcise the foreskin of their heart and the foreskin of the heart of their seed, and I shall create in them a Holy Spirit." And so that means from birth, the Most High is going to already have our children set apart. That's if we stay the course, if we repent, if we come back to him. He's going to ensure that our children is set apart from birth. Yo, I don't know if y'all hearing me. It says, "And I shall cleanse them so that they shall not turn away from me from that day unto eternity." I'm getting chills just reading that. So the Most High is promised that he's going to make sure that our children will not turn from him. Verse 24. "And their souls will cleave to me and to all my commandments, and they will fulfill my commandments. And I shall be their father, and they will be my children. And they will all be called children of the living God. and every angel and every spirit will know, yea, they will know that these are my children, and that I am their Father in uprightness and righteousness, and that I love them. Nobody can't tell me the Most High don't love us, man. Nobody cannot tell me that the Most High is not true to his word. Yo, my sons, the first words that they could say was Ahaya and Yeshaya before they could even speak language. Before they could even say anything, they knew how to say the name of the Most High. That wasn't my doing. When I seen my sons doing that, that was confirming that scripture to me anyways. So like I said, we don't got to worry about the future that they're creating for our children. Because guess what? Ahaya already have their future set out for them. Huh? What y'all think? Y'all think our God is playing?
This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C. Media.
Listen, man, our God is not playing with these heathens, man. Our God is not playing with these nations, these Gentile nations that's trying to infiltrate the minds of our children. The Most High already set them apart from birth. Come on, man. Somebody got to feel that. Come on. Listen, I'm going to open up the lines real quick. I'm fired up right now. The Most High said every angel, every spirit will know that these are my children. You can't touch them LGBTQ. You can't touch them gangster life mentality. You can't. They sealed. Huh? So I'm opening up the lines. 646-439-6959. Let's talk, man. Let's talk about this topic, man. I want to hear from y'all. I definitely want to hear from y'all. Listen, man. All we got to do is stay the course. And the Most High is going to guarantee the safety of our children, man. Ain't that a beautiful thing? Listen, the Most High, as long as we come back to him in the spirit and in truth, the Most High is ensuring, okay? The Most High is ensuring that they be set apart from birth, man. I mean, every time I read that, I get filled with joy, man. That is a guarantee. Understand that the Most High's word is not a if it's gonna happen. It's not a if it's gonna happen. It's a guarantee. I see you 667. It is a guarantee that it's gonna happen. So we just gotta stay the course, man, and ensure that the Most High continues to watch over our children. 667 area code. You're now on with the Born of Levi experience, man. Officer Hazak, what's going on?
Hey, Officer Hazak, this is Sister Day from DMV.
Shalom, Sister Day. How you doing, sis?
Shalom. Great topic tonight. Great topic.
All praises. All praises.
Yeah. I mean, I see what Ahaya is doing on every level when it comes to the children and what, this side. I'm glad that you brought out what you brought out tonight, because I've been seeing the same thing in Maryland, the difference between, the children of the Most High and the children of Satan, that's being, basically programmed to continue on with the wickedness and the evil of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked how you brought out the different dynamics, because, it's so easy for the kids that if they're not being trained up in the way they should go, like the Bible say, and they're not being taught right, and the parents get so caught up in what they're doing and they're not raising their kids right, they will get lost in this society.
Yeah.
But all praises to the Most High that, He has us, that as long as we stay, like you said, we stay on this path of doing what's right and doing what's righteous and keeping the laws and statutes and commandments and fearing the Most High, our children will be all right.
Yeah, of course.
So, at the end of everything, it's just like, really, we have nothing to really worry about in these end times. We really don't. Because as long as we doing what we supposed to do, our children going to be okay.
Yeah.
And as far as the ones that want to follow, they'll come.
Yep.
And the ones that don't, all we can do is pray for them and hope that they do come.
Right.
And we got to just keep pushing on what the Most High want us to do.
Exactly.
So I yield with that, brother.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, my sister, but I just wanted to say this. We all got to remember the Most High said only a remnant is going to make it in. So,
Yep.
Yep. So praise the Most High for the Most High's word and his promise. So, definitely appreciate you for calling in, my sister.
All right.
Shalom. Bless you. All right. I also had a 678 area code calling in. If you hear this 678 area code, call back so we can get you on. Right? 678-887. If you're hearing this, call back in. Yeah, man, I want to hear y'all thoughts, man. What y'all think about the future of this world, man, for the children? It's crazy, man. But like I said, the Most High word is a sure word, man. The Most High said, wherever there's prophecies, they shall fail. If it's from the mouth of men. But my word is a sure word, man. His word, man. Yeah, like I was saying, 678 area code. If you're hearing this, call back. And once again, the number is 646-439-6959. Is my moderator in the room today? I didn't see my moderator in here. DJ King Styles. Hopefully he probably fell asleep on me. But yeah, we gotta get this. Let's see if we could do this here. Let's see if we can do this. Hey, 678 area code.
Yes.
Hey, Shalom. What's going on? Who am I speaking with?
Oh, this is Brother Varsity. What's going on, Shalom? I didn't know I was on.
I'm sorry?
Brother Varsity from the North Carolina Bible.
Brother Rocky?
Oh, Varsity. V-A-R-C-I. My bad.
Oh, Varsity. Oh, Shalom. How you doing, my brother?
Yes, sir.
North Carolina in the building.
I'm doing good, man. Hey, I'm doing good, man. Shout out to the Levi experience, man. This is a great topic tonight. It's very well needed. It's so much to unpack. In a nutshell, it just goes without saying. We have to protect our children. It's clear the agenda. Like it's not even up for debate at this point. Like it's not something that you could ignore. It's right in your face. It's like something that you can't help but to see it. So now it's the Most High, forcing the parents to, really, play their position. If you love your kids, you have to really protect them now because the world is with this agenda they're pushing. There's not going to be no man left.
Yeah.
When you go into the library now, it's like even from the kids book, it's called they got the gay DCs now.
The what?
So it's like you have to Yeah, it's called the Gay BCs. It's you know, it's crazy. I mean, I wanted to go see it in the library for myself one day just to go and see it, but I've been seeing, you know, a lot of videos with different brothers just showing me. I was like, wow, like, you know, you almost have to fight through the abomination to get to the regular kids book. So it's crazy, man.
The Gay BCs.
You know, it's the Gay BCs, man. It's real. They trying to get them. They're really trying to get them when they're young. Like, they're trying to make sure that it's, you know, it's serious. It's really serious. And, you know, it just goes back to the parents because they, you know, they try to soften us up, you know, or soften the parents up to this idea of, okay, well, don't be harsh on them, let them decide, and, oh, you know, try to make it okay. Now, this is the result that you're getting. You know, now they're, you know, so it's, I mean, Satan, I mean, he's truly a master deceiver. So, you know, it's, and I just want to say from the, just real quick from the music aspect, I'm glad you hit on that because it's definitely trash, man. You know, anybody who's dealing with the hip hop, the way they pushing this death out here, and you know, and it's clear, you know. I mean, it's no surprise why, you know, crime is up, and you know, and they themselves is presenting a lifestyle that they're not even living.
Right.
You know, all that stuff is facade. It's, you know, it's not real.
Like they're playing tough because when police come, everybody act correct. Like they straighten up. I see it all the time. They play tough, and when the police come, yo, put that out. Come on, you're not tough, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right. Yeah, everybody right. Everybody getting right. They talking proper. Yes, sir. Right. No, sir. Everybody's correct. Politically correct and everything. You know, so it's like, why even go through all that? You know, you scared. Like, man, people that, you know, people, when they put that pressure on you, you gonna tell. Like, it's a downward spiral, you know, but it's all a trick in the long run. You know what I'm saying? For what? And you got our brothers losing their life in droves. I mean, there's so many people dying in hip hop from, I mean, it's the list goes on from Mo3 to all of them, really. You know, and it's like, and nobody's putting two and two together. Like, hey, maybe it's the message in the music that's promoting death and shooting and killing. You know, so it's almost like a dead conversation at this point. It's either you understand or you want to, you know, play ignorance. They say ignorance is bliss. Well, I don't think so. Whoever made that statement needs to be arrested because that's costing a lot of lives.
Nah, for real. You know, but
yes, sir.
The harsh reality about that, about all of this too, is that there's like, it's just gonna be prophesied that some of these people are just gonna just really remain in that state until they be destroyed. It's sad. And you know, they don't see the outcome of living that type of lifestyle. There's no end to it. You know what I'm saying? There's no end and there's no way out. And they just stuck in that same position. And that's how the curses become generational. You know what I'm saying? These curses become generational. But praise the Most High that we're undoing these curses. And as I read in the Book of Jubilees, once we come back as the parents, as the fathers, and we make it right with the Most High, he guarantees, that's a guarantee that he's gonna give them a Holy Spirit from the womb, set them apart. So we just gotta continue though. We just gotta continue to make sure that our children is right, man. And hopefully that there's more of us that could break that curse and not look like, you know what I'm saying? Like the other like our other brothers and sisters in the streets right now. So yeah, man.
I mean, well, listen, all praises, brother. Listen, I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, I just want to thank you again for taking my call, man. And you know, and hey, to Zion, here we come.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
shalom,
sir.
Brother.
Shalom,
you know,
shalom.
And peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you too, man. Bless you. Man. I seen that there was a 330 area code calling in. 330 area code. 330809. If you're hearing this, you can call back, or I'll probably just call you back so you could get this process going. But man, y'all dropping some great points, man. I really appreciate y'all observations too, because I'm telling y'all, I know it's not just me in New York seeing it, not just us over here in New York. I know in y'all cities, y'all seeing it too. You know what I'm saying? We all seeing it. We all seeing it in our in the cities. Oh, here we go. Shalom 330 area code.
Yep. Shalom, brother.
Who am I speaking with?
Speaking to Brother Damon Hammond.
Brother Damon. For what body you from?
From the Cleveland body.
Okay. Praise him. We got Cleveland in the house. Okay. So what's going on? Talk to me, Yak.
Well, I want to talk to you about this, agenda. It's almost like a boot camp kind of thing. Mm-hmm. How they get people in boot camp in the military when they're young, like 18, and they're being impressionable and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And it's scary because I've seen it when I was in the Navy. And these young boys are coming in here, didn't know how to do anything, didn't know how to iron clothes, didn't know how to talk, or their parents was just taking care of them. But when the CC, like the company commander, and the military was telling them what to do, that's how it is. And that's what they were learning. So it's like the gay agenda is telling them and teaching them how to be and what to accept and so forth like that. And they're making them into like soldiers, little mini me's of, the gay agenda, gay people and stuff like that. That's what is going on, I believe.
Right. I mean, it's evident because that's all, like they're making these people the educators of these children. So when we send them to schools or to these schools, these are the people that's teaching them. And they're teaching them a totally different view than what we're giving them at home.
Yeah.
But I always say this. I believe that 2020 was a gift and a curse, because if it wasn't because of 2020, I think it was before 2020. Here in New York, they started the vaccine mandates for children. This is before COVID though, right? So before, children was able to have, here in New York, children were able to present religious exemption forms to not be vaccinated. So my oldest son, my 8-year-old, he used to be in public school system for like, I think pre-K going into kindergarten. So he was in the public school system. But then when it was time for him to go into first grade, I believe, that's when, New York did that whole, no, we're not accepting that no more. It's either you get him vaccinated or he can't come back to school. So then it was like a no-brainer for me and my wife at that. It's like we were forced to pull him out. So, and right after that, it was COVID shutdown, 2020, boom, right? So, I say all that to say that I believe that the Most High did that because He understand that, and the Most High knows His people. He know that if we comfortable somewhere, we just gonna stay there. Like how our people was just comfortable in Egypt, they would have just stayed there with all the oppression and all of that. But the Most High sometimes gotta move us in a way where it's like our backs against the wall and we have no other choice but to make the right choice. You understand what I'm saying? So
agree.
Yeah. So if everybody can get their children out of these public school systems, that would be the way to go, especially our children, man. Our children that's supposed to be raised, following the law, statutes, and commandments, man, is easier for them to do that when they don't have no outside influences changing their minds when we're not around. You feel what I'm saying? And I believe the Most High did that for my sons at the right time, because they're at the age where I need to mold them. They're at the age where I need to put the word into them, so that way when they get older, a little bit older, I have no problem. You can send out. You already know where you come from. You know what it is. You know what I taught you. So you go out there and you come back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I agree. I agree. Yes, because I got my granddaughter who's like 6 years old, and I know she's impressionable, but we try to take her to church as much as possible into Cleveland.
Right.
And she, she's catching on, but, her mother, since I'm not her mother or father, I can't, indoctrinate her so much because she's in a different household. But we're doing the best we can. Me and my wife are doing the best we can.
Praise the Most High.
And hopefully, the Most High will, see that she will not, shy away from, the church or anything like that. Because, like I said, she's 6 years old, and that's all I ever deal with is girls. Because I have 3 girls, and
bless you.
That's so, yeah, that was rough. 4 women in a household, so yeah,
right.
So I had to deal with that. So, but all praise to the Most High because He did give me those girls, and plus, all praise to the Most High because He gave me my granddaughter. So I'm gonna try to keep her on the right track as much as possible.
Yeah,
and let her veer away or anything like that because she hasn't even taken the shots at all. So,
okay, praise the Most High. And believe it or not, man, she's gonna retain a lot of the stuff that she's obtaining now at the age of 6. They trust me, she's absorbing. So, so you just gotta keep her in prayer.
Yeah, definitely. Well, brother, it was good talking to you.
Likewise,
and
likewise.
I'm glad I'm glad I checked in. So I'll keep up with you as well. I'll keep up with the other the other elders, and all praises to the Most.
All praises. All praises. Well, thank you for calling in, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right, shalom. All right. I had a 423 area code. I'm seeing some area codes I've never seen in my life. But hey, 423 area code. I seen you call in. See if I can get you back on. Yeah, man. Just like I said, man, you guys are bringing some great points, man. And this conversation. Oh, here we go. .423 area code. Who am I speaking with?
Hello?
Hello, 423?
Yes.
Who am I speaking with? Shalom.
This is Shalom. This is Sister Rawchaa. I'm calling from Tennessee. I'm in the Atlanta body.
Okay, praise the Most High. Atlanta in the house. Atlanta in the house.
All praises.
All praises. So what's going on, sis?
I really enjoyed your show. The topics are needed and pointed.
Yeah.
I had a couple of points I wanted to make because of all the things that you get to us tonight about the nails and the decoration that you saw at the bank.
Oh yeah.
I work at a university.
Okay.
And I just turned 67. So I'm seeing some things, that are really mind blowing. You don't know if they're considering themselves in that group or not. Not all of them, but so many of the young men have their nails painted. It's starting to be an epidemic.
But let me ask, do it because some of these younger men, they'll have their nails painted, but it'll be all black, but it'll be like on some like a dark Gothic type, satanic type movement. But I'm talking about the brothers that have their nails painted, but they have the tips with it, like the actual girl nails with it. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, I've only seen like one of those.
Okay.
I've seen one of those, and then I've seen the guys that's painted with the dark nails, and then there's guys that have the multicolored nails.
Okay.
And they're also wearing skirts.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
They're wearing, they're wearing a lot of skirts and carrying purses all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the ones that come to work, they don't have the letters on their badges, but they let you know that they want you to call them a certain,
Really?
Yeah, they do.
And you see, and this is why I say it's not fair, because why do I have to be subjected to do what you want me to do? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
I shouldn't have to be forced to go against my own mind. That I know that you're a man, but you want me to address you as a woman. That's not fair. I shouldn't that shouldn't be a standard or a requirement for me to have to do, or for us have to do. That's crazy.
And in the workplace, it's stressful trying to do that all day long.
Right.
It's stressful.
Because God forbid you make a mistake and call them by their natural selection. God forbid.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's scary, but it's true.
It is, and you see, we have to walk on eggshells with these people, and basically, it's like they're forcing us to accept their agenda.
Yeah, it's exactly what's happening.
So
and
it's
that's
like
what
it's
it
normalizing us.
Too.
It's because it's now it's normalized. They're trying to normalize us to it, and this is what I fear for the children because. You know what I'm saying? They're children. They're gonna go with the flow. Like, okay, I guess this is normal because everybody else thinks it's normal.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. And I had just a comment on homeschooling because of what's going on in the school system. I thought years ago we should pull our children out of the schools a long time ago. But now. A lot of parents are struggling in their single parent homes and, there's a lot going on. But for encouragement, it's possible. It's possible for you to homeschool your child. They only get a couple of hours of schooling anyway.
Right.
Even within that 8 hours that they're in school for nothing. So if you had only 2 hours out of your work schedule, you would do better than what they're getting in these public schools.
Right.
And you could actually do. I know a woman that had a business and she homeschooled 2 children.
Oh wow!
It's hard. Yeah, in Mississippi, she had a business and she would go home after a hard day because it was a restaurant business, and she would homeschool her kids, and they wind up going to Ivy League schools.
Look at that,
quote unquote.
You see that? Look at that.
It's possible, especially for us if we have. We have the Most High on our side. We don't have an excuse. My thing is just if you step out on faith and you just do it, He will walk with you. He will walk with you. I've always believed that if you take one step, He'll take the second step, and you just go.
Yep,
it's possible.
And that's where.
And then on the video. I'm sorry.
No, what I was gonna say to that was, that's where it goes with faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It works. I've got 67 years to prove it.
Praise the Most High.
And
bless you. Hello. Hello. We lost you. Make sure you didn't press mute by accident because you're still on. Did we lose you? I hope we didn't lose you. Hello?
No, we didn't. You didn't lose me.
Oh, okay.
You didn't lose me. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just had a comment on that video. The first thing I thought when I saw it, I thought about these movies where you see these zombies. They look to me just like zombies. It's almost
you talking about
like
that music video? You talking about that music video?
That music video.
Yeah.
Yes. It looked like they're trying to tell us that this is what's going to be happening in the street. That's what I got out of it.
That's a great observation.
I was like, oh my God, it looked just like zombies walking in the street. It's crazy. But yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like. The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we could say that the spiritually dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The spiritually
definitely.
Dead.
And then it's everywhere. The young people that I run into at work. It's just the spirit is not there, and I feel so sad. I feel sad about it, but there's nothing you can do. Just feel grateful for what you have found and what you know to be the truth. and move forward.
Right.
And pray.
Con.
Yeah. Yeah.
Con.
But that's all I have, brother.
Well, I appreciate it.
So
I
much.
appreciate it. I appreciate you for calling in, and you know, may the Most High be with you at work and at university, seeing all of these alternative lifestyles, sister.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, my sister. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
All right, bless you.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yes, yes. Oh, man. The future for our children, huh? Is this what we're gonna have to be faced with, man? These alternative lifestyles, but nah, the Most High got us, man. I'm telling y'all, the Most High got us, man. Y'all gotta believe that, and y'all gotta actually switch the narrative for our children too, man. For your children, switch the narrative. You know, if you were a parent that didn't really have conversations with your child, start having conversations with them. You'll be amazed and shocked at what they know. I'm telling you. My son still shocks me to this day. You see, he's telling me certain things. I'm like, yo, how did you even learn that? It's that homeschool. Okay, and there's no way I can say it's the school lunch. It's that school lunch. That's what that was the verbiage back in the day. What's wrong with this kid? I think it's the school lunch. But our kids don't have that school lunch. They have homeschool lunch. That's what we're talking about. But praise the Most High. If we don't got, let me see. I'll probably take one more call. I feel like there was somebody else who called in. Let me take a look at it real quick. Oh no, 423 area code was the last call. All right, well, I mean, I'll take one more call before we wrap it up, before it's Godspeed. But this was definitely a great show, man. I really appreciate everybody who called in and who gave their feedback. Oh, I'm bugging out. That article with Dwyane Wade, that was not Adam, that was Brother Lavelle. I looked at it wrong. Shout out to Officer Lavelle, man, from G.O.C.C. and J, New Jersey, who sent me that article with Dwyane Wade. Appreciate you, Ak. I had to make sure I gave my shout out. I appreciate, if you're still watching, I appreciate you, Ak. Oh, hey, and speaking of Adam, here he goes. Shalom, Ak.
Shalom, King, what's going on?
Yeah, you know what it is, because I remember reading your name on the screen, and then when I got the link to the article, I just said your name, but it was my Ak Lavelle.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because I was gonna send you that, and then I didn't for some reason.
Wow, look at that!
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, but
I saw what you was doing for the show, so I was like, but I know people be sending you stuff left and right.
Yeah, yo, I didn't even get to see that joint. Like, he sent it to me. I'm seeing it for the first time with everybody else.
Oh yeah, because y'all be working and you be stuck driving for the most part and stuff like that,
bro.
So
it's
I
crazy.
already know.
Yeah, man. So what's up, man? What's your take though on the show?
But yeah, I don't want to keep you long, and shalom to the family all over the world. There's a lot going on. You already know, and as far as me back then, 5 years ago, when the Most High opened my eyes from being a personal trainer to seeing the truth. When you start putting all this stuff about it nowhere, everybody think you're crazy. So when you start really researching what they're doing to the children, the celebrity side, and all that crazy stuff that they're doing behind the scenes, it's a sad place in reality. But
right,
that's why it's a beautiful blessing when we do seek the truth and we find Christ, to really understand what we up against and to have a purpose, being servants and just continuously enduring in these times, knowing that it's only going to get harder.
God, yeah.
So, and I wanted to say mainly that we always have to acknowledge that it's a spiritual world for everything. And a lot of these children are being violated. Even like a lot of individuals, church-wise, have been violated and still holding in that pain, still holding in those spirits, or they just end up coming back in to their lives. And we don't know what these people be going through.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? We forget that sometimes because it's so awkward and different that we tend to judge without even realizing what they're going through. And that's why it's a blessing also, since I deal with the homeless a lot. I'm able to see so many different perspectives. I'm able to see so many different lives that were changed in different ways. So you feel me? It's always a necessity for us to acknowledge that it's a spiritual war always, and we have to always take that into accountability, despite how crazy it might seem, despite how wild it might seem.
Definitely, yeah, man, yeah. Definitely is a spiritual war, man, and they're fighting more spiritual than physical than we can even imagine, bro. You understand? So, but praise the Most High that the Most High has given us the eyes to see, man. So we could fight back in the spirit too, not just for us, but for our children, man, and our family and our friends, bro.
Indeed, definitely, because you know I love the kids, and if Brother Manuel's listening, you know those are my two favorite, and now it's a blessing to see your two and always play and mess around with them and the other kids in the church or whatnot. So we have to definitely protect these babies, protect these kids, and
yes, sir,
and just be in tune with what's going on, despite us not liking to see it, knowing it's crazy and it's wickedness, but we have to be in tune and not be afraid all the time. We have to prepare ourselves for the craziness coming.
Yeah, we definitely do, man. They the future, man. If not us walking into the kingdom or walking into the wilderness, it's gonna be them. So we gotta set them up for that. You know?
That's a fact.
Come on, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you calling in, my brother. My brother Adam.
All right, King.
Yes, sir.
Have a blessed one. I'll see you on Shabbat. Most High willing.
Most High willing, I'll see you. Shalom.
Have a good night.
All right. Con. Yeah, man. Yeah, listen, man. We definitely got to protect our children, man. We see, like, you know, I really hope through this broadcast that, you know, it was eye-opening for some, and kept the fire lit under those who already know, and making us is going to make you want to go harder to protect your children from this outside influence, man. I really hope that this broadcast gets seen by people who needs to see it, man, and who've never examined it, man, because listen, this is like the brother was saying, this is definitely a war, a spiritual war, and the attack is real on our people, man, and we see how our people are being used as puppets to destroy the next generation. And I don't even think these people that they signing as the new hip hop artists and the new faces of hip hop understand that they are responsible for destroying the next generation. All they see is the money. I'm saying all of these people are being bought because they don't really have nothing. They come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they see the money and that's all they care about. But they don't care about the generation of people that they're setting back, that they're going to destroy. But only the Most High knows, man. Only the Most High knows. And we got to continue to pray, continue to watch for these things, man. And I hope this inspires us all to want to continue to serve the Most High first and foremost, right? But to start looking inwardly within ourselves to create our own situations, man, where we could ensure that our children protection is going to be at its height, because we're behind their education, we're behind what they watch, we're behind where they go, who they interact with, because we're going to create our own communities, we're going to create our own situations where we could live at peace without the influences of the devil, right? But praise the Most High, man. This was a great show. Really, 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 really great show. Really great topic. And like we say every week, like all good things, this also must come to an end. Yeah, man. So, I really appreciate you guys. It's time for me to unwind and just sit back and just chill, But, nonetheless, I appreciate you guys for coming in.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're now tuned into the Born of Levi experience.
So, peace and blessings, family. Shalom. Bless you. I love you all. To all the new viewers, bless you. Peace and blessings. I hope you have a blessed week, and start to spark change in your community, in your household, in your neighborhood, right? Yeah, man, that's the show right there. But bless you. Everybody have a blessed Shabbat, and most high willing, I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same channel, different topic. We gonna talk about it. So this is the Born of Levi experience. Signing out. Peace. Shalom.